pick up a name.
Hello YouTube, this is Tudo Chow. In the last video, I probably confused a lot of people that were new to game making and all this and that. Well, now I'm going to go through everything really simply. We're going to start simple and then we're going to get advanced. In the first few episodes, there probably won't be nothing that advanced, so I guess I'll just go over the basics, and I'll show you where everything is and what everything does. First, you have your file menu where you can do new game, load game, and merge. Merge game is where you can combine two .ged files or game editor data. I call them GEDs. But yeah, you can merge two of them together. So like if you download someone else's GED, you can merge it with yours easily using that. You got your save as, and your export. This is probably the most awesome thing about Game Editor. You can export for Windows, Pocket PC, the handheld devices and all that. Windows Mobile, smartphones, GP2X, Linux, game data. Well, game data is like, .dat files. They're used, like, you can do the load game feature for it and stuff like that. Here's a list of all the previous things that you've opened, previous GED files you've opened, and of course your exit button. Over here you have add actor, where you can add your player's name or whatever actor you want to name. You got your normal actor, which you can apply your own animation to or text, and you got your canvas. Your canvas actor, there's so many more things you can do with canvas than you can a normal actor. Such as, for example, you can scale another actor, which I'll explain all that later because that's in the little bit more advanced right now. You have your wireframe, wireframe regions. Like, if you want to do any collision effects or anything, nothing goes on, like nothing takes place inside of this. Like, it's wireframe. So see how this one you can drag anywhere? Well, this is hollow. And you can't really do as much as you can with a canvas with it, but it's very useful for, like, if you want to make a view movement or something like that, or instead of making the view the parent of the player. It's probably confusing, but it'll make sense later. Now then you have your filled regions. Honestly, I have no idea what these are for. I mean, they're pretty much the same thing as canvas, except they can't do the same functions. It's not hollow, and you can't use like erase and all functions like that. Now, over here you have your path. You can make your own path. Okay, let's name it path. Why not? This is how many frames you want the path to start and end at. So remember, each frame, if you have 30 frames a second as your video, then you'll, hang on one second, then you will, like 30 frames will be 1 second, since the default thing is 30. Click draw, and you can draw out the path. You can select curvy lines, or you can right click and linear. You can select the linear path, which will make it line instead of curvy. If you want to go like instant, make it back there. Close. Now, in order to use this path, you must add a normal actor, or any other actor can also have a path, and select the path. Now let's play test that. You can see how he's going crazy. Now if we slow down the frame rate by half, you can see he still finishes it out, but in 2 seconds instead of 3, or instead of 1. Okay. Now, that pretty much covers the paths. Regions, activation regions, are very extremely useful, because if you have like a bunch of actors over here somewhere. By the way, press a period and comma to zoom in and out. Anyway, if you have zillions of actors everywhere and you don't know what the heck to do because your game's lagging, just use activation regions wherever you want an area to be drawn at. So say my actors are right here, okay, and I don't want anything outside of this to be drawn. and I really don't feel like doing this, or going to create actor and doing all kinds of code, if you don't feel like doing any of that, just add an activation region, and I'll show you an example. Now, here's my actor. Okay, he's not being drawn. He's not there. Put him inside of the activation region, and he's there. This prevents lag. They're very, very helpful. Okay, that pretty much covers those. You have your global code, which you can, your global code, you can do anything. It's just scripting. Game mode, play test the game. Config game properties, you can set up everything here, your resolution for Pocket PCs and all this good stuff. Windowed or full screen mode. Show or hide mouse. Suspend game if lost focus. Use escape key to exit game. Motion compensation, which is for Pocket PC or handheld devices. It's cool how it works like that. It's strange how it works. Audio, you got stereo and mono. Maximum number of simultaneous sounds. I always do the max, which is 512. Your icon file, your game title, I'll call it that, and your background color for the editor. Okay. Yay, happy face. Okay, now, last but not least, you have this. This is pretty self-explanatory because I don't have that much time left, I don't think, but I'll try anyway. Show grid, snap to grid. Snap to grid is like when you have an actor and he'll snap to the grid size. So 32 by 32. Let's try that, I'll show you. Enable tooltips, yes. Image editor, don't really need that, but there. And that's pretty much the basics. Episode 2, we'll get started. Yeah.